we dropped our camper off in North Carolina already. That was kind of a back out in the woods type of deal. Kinda
Very pretty.
Well, we were out there at night, so we didn't really get to see all the hills and stuff at night. Never been to North Carolina before. And then on the way back, of course, it was in the morning, so it was still dark. So
I got to see some of it.
she's seen some of it. I was taking a nap, but it was pretty foggy, so you couldn't see a whole lot. But that was dropped. We are now hooked up to our other one that we got to take back to Sheldon. And what is today? It's the 27th of September. So it should be the end of the month rush going on, in which we were kind of curious to see what the yard was going to look like.
It's full.
At the end of the month, and it is packed. There is, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of campers.
Yep.
So, and there's typically only like 4 rows, 3 to 4 rows. So that's good news that the yard's full. I was kind of waiting for it to be like completely empty like it was the last time we were here, but we were gonna do this outside, and it's raining, so we decided against that, and it's cold. It went from being 80 degrees to we have a frost warning for tonight, all in the matter of like 2 days.
It's only 54 out right now, and it's blowing, and I think it's starting to quit raining, but
it's just little clouds.
I'm still too much
Got one
of a
dark cloud there
pansy to go out there.
Blue skies over there, blue skies over there. That's how our whole day's been. But anyway, we're gonna just show you guys the yard to see what the yards look like at the end of the month. So that is the good sign that they're full. But the dealers meeting is going on right now too. So that's actually going on right now. So we'll probably talk to Mark, I don't know, Thursday, I suppose. We'll talk to him on Thursday. He should be back. We'll probably drop this off. Well, I guess we'll probably drop this off on Wednesday. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk to him and see what he said, and talking to the other dealerships and whatever, how things are going. But, like I said before, all those 22s that got built, I'm waiting for stuff to really slow down, which it was.
We'll see.
This is the fullest I've seen it in 3 months out here.
It's pretty full.
That one's gonna have a wet bed. They got the vent open on it.
Oh no. Maybe I should go in there and close it quick. I never even looked to see if ours was closed. Did you?
I did not.
I'm locked in. Oh boy, I'm too short.
I'm not sure what kind of dance that is, but we are gonna get going. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna do this outside, but it's raining, so ixnay on that.
It's closed.
Closed. So we're good.
For now.
Until it bounces open.
Yeah.
But all right, there's a sneak peek at the, well, I don't know, is this technically MDZ's yard?
I don't know.
Not sure if it's KZ or MDZ's yard, but either way, MDZ's the trucking company owned by KZ, I believe. So it's either the factory yard or the MDZ yard, but this is where we always pick ours up. We always see the MDZ trucks in and out of here too, so I'm assuming it's probably the MDZ yard, and KZ just puts all the campers out here too for the dealer pickups. But that's kind of a sneak peek of that. So we'll see what else happens on our shenanigans and
well, on a better note, we're going camping this weekend ourselves. A little campground around our hometown does Halloween themed whatever. Trick-or-treating. Tons of kids come out. Last year they had over 1,000. 2 years ago they had close to 2,000 kids out there. So I decided this year, well, we decided this year that we're gonna do a morgue theme. So we'll see how that goes. I'll make sure he takes a video of our turnout so you guys can see how much of a disaster it is.
It's always last minutes.
But it'll be fun. Next year we'll be more prepared. We just decided we were gonna do this. The kids wanted to do it, so we just decided we were gonna do this like a week ago. And a couple years ago, I sold every single Halloween decoration we have because we used to have a ton of them, but we haven't decorated for Halloween since our boys were, you know, knee-high, and now they're both almost taller than me.
They're both taller than me. Not almost.
So I got rid of everything. Now we're starting all over.
But it's a good way to get rid of all of our excess tomatoes.
Yes. So for our morgue theme, I'm gonna get jars and we're gonna put like mashed up ones and some, and then in another jar we're gonna do like a brain thing, and I seen one where you make like fingers out of hot dogs, and
I've seen that one.
So I'm gonna try and do that kind of stuff. I don't want it to be too scary because then I feel bad for the little kids, but it has to be a little scary for the bigger kids.
No remorse.
But he has no remorse, but I'm terrified of the dark, so I try and go easy on him.
When we lived in our old house, I sat in front of our garage with the candy bucket on my lap, and I had a zombie suit on. So I was acting like I was fake. So I'd let a couple kids grab stuff and, you know, trying not to move and whatnot. And then there was a couple teenagers that were probably 15, so they were fair game. I chased them a block down the street and found out how out of shape I was.
They literally screamed like a girl, dropped their bags of candy in our driveway, and took off running. It was the funniest thing I have ever seen.
I don't even know who the kids were.
Great.
I kind of felt bad. I figured they never did
come back and get their candy.
No.
Never. We left it sitting out in the driveway so they could come back and get it, and they never showed up. So, I mean, trick or treat to us.
We had more candy to give out.
We just gave it to our kids. What do you do? Post a note at the school to the little scaredy cats that drop their candy in our driveway?
I'm waiting for the lawyer notice and then legal notice. But...
So, anyway.
All right.
Enough on that. See you guys later.
All right, we're back, and we did the trick-or-treating in Lamar's this last weekend. I did a little video, kind of what it looked like and all set up, and I actually posted it on our Easy RV Facebook page and whatever, but yeah, it didn't turn out so bad, but I'll let you guys see it. Here's a little clip of that. So yeah, that was pretty fun. I don't know what they ended up with kids. I know halfway through the night it started at 5 and went till 8, and I don't know what it was, 6:30 or something like that. We were talking to one of the other groups at the campground that does this every year, that's kind of involved in part of this, and cats. And at 6:30 they were at 700 kids that had came in, and they were still coming in. So I don't know how many they ended up having, but it was a lot. It was pretty cool. One of the groups, they get the whole center section of the campground and they turned it into a whole haunted house. They bought a camper that was all water damaged, so they completely gutted it and turned it into a haunted house. So you walk through that and they got a huge thing outside, so that was really cool. Yeah, we'll probably definitely be doing that again. But I think we're getting back into RV transporting, just not the typical RV transporting. We have been dealing with another company out of Ohio that does rental campers. They do a lot of consigning. They own like 20 something of their own campers, and I don't know how many they have consignment, how many they take in on consignments. If you don't know, consignments are anyone that owns a camper, you can consign it to a rental company. So like we can take someone else's personal camper and rent it out, and there's always different contracts, but typically it's like a 50-50 split. We'll cover the commercial insurance on it, do all the booking, do all the cleaning, take care of it, and we don't have no camper payments. We have no financial ties to the camper. We just collect 50% of the rent and do the work, while the owner also gets 50%, share, whatever. So we are actually going to consign all of our 9 campers to a company out of Ohio. So we're just kind of like networking together, basically. They have the contacts that does like the FEMA stuff for this hurricane that just hit in Florida, Ian. They'd work with like insurance companies and hospitals and stuff like that. So it sounds like they're going to take all 9 of ours. I called a bunch of the companies out in Indiana. I don't know, some of you might have seen I put a post on Facebook looking for some smaller companies that would be able to transport 29 campers. It'd be our 9 and 20 of theirs. That's just kind of what we're guessing that we wouldn't be able to handle, because they got their own drivers and stuff like that. But if it came down to it that they needed all these campers, like 100 and some of them all together, if they needed all these campers within a week, there's no way, a dozen or 2 dozen of us, I don't know how many drivers they have, there's no way all of us could get them down there that fast. So I got some quotes from some of the companies, and holy cow, we had quotes. And I understand, I'm fine with the rates, but then when I found out what some of the, there's another company that got quotes, they got theirs all sent down. They went on the load boards, not going to mention what company, but that company had quoted me $350 a mile plus $500 drop and hook fees. When those campers went up on the load board, I was told that they were anywhere from 97 cents to $1.40 a mile. So I kind of learned a lot on what the companies are charging versus what they're paying drivers. So I kind of got to work both sides of the industry and the transporting world on that this last few days. So that was kind of an eye-opener to me. But we had quotes anywhere from $210 a mile all the way up to, like I said, $350 a mile plus $500 fees or whatever other kind of fees. So it was going to cost us anywhere from $3,200 all the way up to just shy of $6,000 to haul campers from Iowa to Central Florida. So with all that, we started talking more today with the lady out in Ohio that's kind of doing the coordinating and whatnot. I kind of got put on the logistics part of it, since I kind of know more about it than they do. We are actually going to have all of our campers going down there for doctors and nurses. They're going to stay in ours. Phone call, that could be one of them. Okay, back. It was somebody looking to haul some campers for us. But as of right now, all of our campers are going to go down there and get used for doctors and nurses for them to stay in. And it'll be an open-ended contract. So middle of April, when our season starts to ramp up again, we can either get them all back up here, or we can decide to leave them all down there and then get 9 new campers. So depending on what the RV market is doing by April, it's a possibility we might just say keep our campers down there. They might keep them for like up to 2 years possibly. And then we'll just have to get 9 new campers to replace our fleet up here. But everything's changed about 5 times this week. So on why they're going down there, when they're going down there, or where they're actually technically going to go. So tomorrow we're supposed to have a lady call us. She's the legal lady with the company down or over in Ohio that's setting all this up. So she's the one that's going to have all the contracts written up. So once the contracts are signed tomorrow, then it'll be more official, I guess. And then tomorrow also, I have a guy coming down from Minnesota, is buying the Western Star. So hopefully that goes bye-bye tomorrow. And it's going to be a busy, crazy day tomorrow before we get on the road, because like I said, our first 2 campers have to be down in Crystal River, Florida by Friday. So we're going to head out with the first 2 on Monday, or Wednesday, I guess, a couple days from now. So we're going to head out the first 2. Me and Courtney are each going to take one. And then on the way back, we got to grab 2 campers out of Indiana and bring it back. So we got to do a big circle. And the way they made it sound tonight on the phone, when they're kind of just discussing how the contracts are probably going to be written up, they're going to want us to bring 2 campers down every Friday. So every week we're going to run 2 campers down, so that'll be 4 weeks. We have 9 campers, so Damien might take one down for us. Not sure how that's going to work, I guess, but Damien might take the 3rd oddball one, or me and Courtney might just have to tag team one and get one down there at some other point. But there's more. Another local rental company wanted us to throw their name in the pool, so I mentioned them today, and they might possibly want their campers as well. There's the other rental company we work with a lot. You've heard us talk about them before. So they might throw some of their campers in the pool as well if they need more campers, and if down in Florida they decide they need more campers, then we're also going to start running them. So crazy right now. My mind's all scrambled trying to keep up with all the changes and remembering what's going what, where, why. So I think the 20 campers in Ohio that we're going to have getting transported, we may also help with those. But that's also one of those, we don't know when they have to go, when the deadline is, nothing until someone snaps their fingers and expects them to be down there right now. Because I think they got, originally this morning is when the people I'm talking to are the ones talking to whoever coordinates this down in Florida. The people that coordinate this stuff down in Florida called the rental company in Ohio this morning and said they needed them Wednesday morning, and when they called me, I had to laugh because apparently they expect us to put these on some planes or helicopters, and yeah. So I was like, yeah, that's not an option. Impossible. And if you can do it, you're gonna be really tired. So that's where we're at now. Yeah, it's a lot to keep up with. So I think that's going to end for tonight, and then we will catch up with you guys tomorrow. I gotta get some work done to my truck and whatnot, so Courtney's got to go grab 2 more mattresses to get in these campers that we got to take down to Florida. So Courtney's gonna do that. I gotta get my 5th wheel plate put back in my truck, because I still haven't put that in yet. This camper I gotta grab in Indiana is a 5th wheel. Courtney's camper that she's gotta grab is a 5th wheel, so we need 2 5th wheel plates. We've only got 1 right now. So I gotta get mine put back in my truck and do some work on that. Get the truck sold and all that. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a crazy day. We will try and catch up with you guys tomorrow. And if not, maybe we'll see you on the road. Maybe not, I don't know. But we'll see you guys here at some point in the next day or 2. Someone's gonna have a bad day, they got a flat tire.
It's chilly out here this morning.
Yeah, it's chilly. We're in Indiana, we never made it to Florida.
Nope.
No palm trees here. So like I said, everything kept changing by the minute, so we never really knew what our plan was gonna be. And we were supposed to get an email with signed contracts for the insurance, whatever, for the doctors, nurses, whatever, that were staying in the campers. And instead, we got a nice text message that said, sorry, we decided not to move forward with these rentals. So that was an awesome bonus. Not really. Western Star is gone. That went bye-bye a couple days ago. And now we're working on new contracts with another insurance company. Those contracts have all got signed saying that we'll rent them to them. It's a totally different system on how it works, but we don't get paid to transport them, but we get paid more monthly for the rentals. So at the end of a 6-month deal, we'll be sitting basically the same. It's just we have more upfront costs. So,
which sucks, but you know, that's...
So anyway, we had to change batteries out and we flip-flop sides. But we got this one going back to Sheldon, so we're gonna grab this one. We got 2 more to grab, possibly a 3rd one to grab for Zomers, the other rental company. Yeah, so at least we got 3 trips scheduled back and forth to Indiana for the next 3 weeks. We'll probably just do 1 a week or something. Maybe 2 a week, depending on what we're feeling like.
We have stuff to do at home. It's about time to say bye-bye to the chickens. Oh, but on a good note, my lady started laying eggs. I'm super excited.
Yeah, found an egg. Well, we found 2 eggs with no shells on them, which is normal for when they first lay eggs. But found 2 of those on top of the chicken coop, not in the coop. Found 2 of them on top of the roof the other day.
They're divas.
And then she was picking apples the other day and found one underneath an apple tree that actually had a shell that was actually a good egg. So apparently we're gonna have to start roaming the yard looking for eggs because they're not laying them in their coops. But
no, they do what they want. They're kind of sassy ladies, but We like them.
So anyway, we're gonna start heading back with this one, and then, like I said, we got 3 more coming back to Indiana, or that we have to come back to Indiana and grab. And then maybe in between that, we'll be starting to take some down to Florida. I don't know. We just have no idea. These insurance companies, it sucks to deal with them. They
Could be really busy, could be really dead. We don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah, we actually should have been pulling into Crystal River, Florida about right now.
Yep.
And instead, it's 42 degrees in Shipshewana.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna get on the road, get out of here. But I guess I might as well show you a little bit of the yard. This is the Starfleet yard in Shipshewana. They've got a few here. I was talking to the lady at the desk, and she said it's just been absolutely dead lately. So that's what she said. One more story to add to the book.
Yep.
All right, now we're gonna get back on the road. So on our way home, things changed a little bit again, as always. We dropped the parts off, and then we dropped the camper off. Saturday, yeah, so Saturday we did all that. And then Saturday afternoon, we got a text saying that they needed the campers. So, like I said, we have a 72-hour window or notice, which they're not giving us. And they changed the order of what the campers are going to go out. So we have campers over there that were supposed to go out first. So they're all ready to go, new mattresses, new everything. And then when we got back with the first run, we're going to get the second run set up and go. Well, that's not the case. They changed the order. So of course the 2 campers that are the last 2 that we needed to get ready are the first 2 that they want. So Courtney's been inside, getting mattresses flipped around, going through inventory in these, making sure all the inventories, because we have to have records of all that. And since these campers are going so far away, we are installing GPS trackers. So that's what I'm up on the roof doing, and then checking, because this roof that I'm on now, I have done already. That roof has not been washed or sealed or checked for cracks or nothing. So, like I said, all the other campers are done, but of course, the 2 that we didn't have ready yet, that were supposed to be last to go, are not the first to go. So of course it's a mad rush, and we have to leave at like 8 in the morning, and I have to go up to like Fairmount, Minnesota, pick up a rental camper today, which is about, I don't know, 3.5 hours one way. So there's about a 7-hour, probably 8 hours after I get hooked up. So it is going to be a rush day. Absolutely crazy. But that is where we're at now. So now they're on their way to Florida. We got the first 2, and they want all of them within 3 weeks. So we'll probably be doing, I don't know, 9 campers in 3 weeks. So doing 3 a week, but I'm not sure if we can get her done or not. We might have to pull Damien out of school and have him do a run with us here and there maybe. So plus we got some friends that offered help too, but the way these contracts are working, they don't pay freight, but they pay more monthly. So at the end of the 6-month deal that we have going on for this hurricane relief stuff, it'll average out versus the other contract, but they're paying money up front, and now they're not. So now it's money out of our pocket to get them down there, but like I said, at the end of the 6 months, it's going to equal out the same. It's just money out of our pocket to get them down there. So that's kind of the crappy thing. So paying all that fuel to get 9 campers down to Florida, and then all the new mattresses that are required and stuff like that. So yeah, dropping some funds right now. But that's gonna end this video, and we'll start off again on our way down to Florida and see what that looks like down there. So it's gonna be a mess, I'm assuming. But good news is for us that it is gonna be doctors in here again. It's a hospital that is leasing the campers, so that's a bonus. So this should come back nice and clean and spick and span. But we'll see you guys in the next one.